At the just concluded 2-day GTCO Autism Conference, international and local experts stressed the need to collectively work towards empowering individuals with autism by supporting their unique needs and identifying their skills and strengths. The conference, which was organized by Guaranty Trust Holding Company, held at the Muzon Center in Lagos with the theme "Empowering Voices for Autism." The event brought together experts from various fields and featured lectures, panel discussions, and performances aimed at showcasing the diverse talents that exist in the autism community. The experts said that understanding the diagnosis, peculiarities, and the repetitive behaviors of each autistic individual was crucial to providing the necessary care and support.
The way we describe the majority will be typically developing people like you and I, and people who have autism and developmental disabilities, so they are atypical. Okay, so how do we teach atypical folks communication and all that? First of all, we need to understand the diagnosis. What does autism really mean? The major part of it is it affects communication. Now, some are able to use words, others are not. But some of the ones who use words, they don't fully understand what they're saying or the length and breadth of communication itself, right? If somebody is using words and they say something, if you probe what they're saying, they may be confused, right? So if we don't understand that part, then any intervention is really going to be useless. You need to understand how they. Now, the other thing is, how many of us are here? Let's say 10. If you meet 10 different people with autism, you've met 10 people. If you meet the 11th person, that 11th person is different from the other 10. So you need to have individual experience with individual people, what skills they have and what skills they don't have and what you need to do to assist them. So you can't really generalize that, once you know autism, you know everyone.
Well, repetitive behavior is just part of being autistic. It's part of the diagnosis. Almost all autistic children have them. And so there are different reasons why they may engage in repetitive behavior. But I think my message to parents is to think about, if those behaviors aren't interfering with their child's ability to participate in daily activities, if they aren't causing the child to be physically harmful to themselves or others, then understand that those behaviors often are part of their child's identity and part of their being autistic. So what you want to do is help them understand when it's okay to engage in those behaviors, when is it more acceptable, less acceptable, but you're not necessarily trying to get rid of the behavior. You're really trying to help the child understand when it's okay to do those things, because it might be okay to do it at home, but it may not be okay to do it at school because of that teacher. So how do you help the child understand when it is okay and not okay to do those things?
This program is about giving a voice to our loved ones with autism, and it's giving them a voice in a way that's beyond just communication. But as I'm a speech therapist, I'll tell you what we were talking about today, which was about the reasons why we communicate and how we can encourage those reasons with children who have autism or adults with autism. We know that a lot of times social communication is really hard. The motivation to communicate is lower. The effectiveness of their communication can be lower as well. And so it's about equipping those around them with the skills to change the environment, the setting, increase the motivation, and make sure that we are understanding the message that they are communicating to us. And that's giving them strategies, visuals. It's by providing objects of reference, lots of other things, which if you go to the website, you'll see all the strategies, tools, and techniques that we talked about today.
Persons on the autism spectrum disorder, their families, caregivers, educators, among others, attended the conference.
I'm an occupational therapist. So I work with a lot of children with autism. And for the autism conference, I've learned one very specific thing, which is when you have a child that sucks. So sometimes it might be a repetitive behavior. So I've learned that you don't force them or you don't force it out, but rather you improvise or you channel the energy into something else that can be used to represent that thing so that it can help them learn and achieve their goal.
So my take home is don't treat autism patients as a outcast. They are part of the society. Relate to them, know how to handle them, study their needs, and then incorporate them to the society. They are also useful in the society.